Yo Interzone, it's your boy Adis. Today, I'll be telling you about one of the numerous adventures that I have had in InfernoMOO. But you just wait a second there, Adis. What is InfernoMOO? Well, I'm glad that you asked. It's a text-based multiplayer post-apocalyptic role-playing game. Basically, imagine if Fallout was multiplayer. And actually good, and without graphics. Now that we got that out of the way, let's get on with the story. I assume that most of you are familiar with WWF champion, 8th Wonder of the World, and absolute unit, Andre the Giant. Well, this story is about how I kidnapped him and locked him up inside my apartment for no particular reason whatsoever, apart from seeing if I could. And I totally could. So there I was, sitting in the Freedom City bar, watching TV to see if there are any interesting events going on in the world. Suddenly, in walks in Andre the Giant. This was the first time that I've seen this guy in the game, and I honestly thought that he was just some player with a funny name. Moments after walking in, he orders a beer and chugs it down in one go. He orders another beer, and then another, and then another. I lost count after the seventh mug. I decide to chat up this jolly wrestling giant to find out more about him. Apparently, Andre is a wandering NPC. He travels around the world to visit all of the bars on the game map. The moment he gets tired of the local booze, he gets up and starts marching down towards the next town's bar. While talking to him, he says that he would gladly take any beverage I would give him and chug it down instantly. This gave me a delightfully devilish idea. In this game, drinking too much alcohol makes you pass out. This applies to both players and NPCs. So, within 20 seconds of having met this 7-foot tall beast, I had already hatched a plan to kidnap him and lock him up inside my house. Since Andre is so big, and apparently can hold his drinks really well, I figured it would be best if I bought the strongest alcohol available and gave it to him. The strongest drink in this particular bar was Tribal Reserve Firewater. This is how the bartender makes this specific drink.
It's dangerous, and as the name implies, very macho.
I take the bottle of half whiskey, half venom booze, and hand it to Andre. He chugs it instantly. I think to myself, maybe I'll need another bottle of this stuff to take him down. As soon as I order another drink, Andre falls over on the floor. Okay, well, that was easy. I start dragging away the giant towards my apartment building, in the middle of the street, in broad daylight. Nobody pays any attention to this, and it's probably for the best. Having arrived to the apartment lobby, I come across my first obstacle. Stairs. God damn it, I can't drag bodies upstairs, especially bodies that weigh 530 pounds. Okay, I stop for a moment and think about my next course of action. This is when Andre decides to stand up, just stands up and starts walking back towards the bar. Well, okay, no problemo. I can always try again. Alright, I got a new plan. So, my apartment building has a helipad on the roof, and there's a helipad at the park just a couple steps away from the bar. With a new plan in mind, I go and take my Mosquito ultralight helicopter out of the hangar. I land it at the park and go back to the bar. I generously offer Andre another drink, and 5 seconds later he's out cold. Great. I drag him to the park, load him up into my helicopter, get into the pilot seat, and start taking off. Except the helicopter doesn't actually take off. Something about exceeding the weight limit. Great. At this point, I realize I'll need outside assistance if I want to take this absolute unit home. I got on my corporation radio, which is equivalent to clan chat in this game. Hey, can I borrow someone's helicopter? I need something bigger than a mosquito. Yeah, sure. What for? Kidnapping Andre the Giant. Okay, sure. Wonderful. I get Andre absolutely hammered again. Drag him away to the helicopter, throw him in, get into the pilot seat, and take off for real this time. Andre decides this is the best time to get up and walk back towards the bar, while we are 1,000 feet in the air. He opens the helicopter door and he just walks out. Suffice to say, he wasn't gonna get up this time. Okay, I had to wait for Andre to respawn if I wanted to go through with this plan. In the meantime, I went and bought a lock for the helicopter doors so he couldn't go skydiving again while I'm trying to kidnap him. Finally, I get Andre into the helicopter, lock the door, and take off. He gets up, so I just hand him another bottle and he goes back to sleep. I land at the apartment helipad, drag him out, pull him down the stairs, and finally into my apartment. Success! I now have Andre the Giant in my apartment. Andre gets up, doesn't even bother having a look around, and starts trying to unlock the apartment door, but he can't because he doesn't have access. This doesn't stop him from trying. Again and again and again. The endless buzzing of access denied from the lock is insufferable, and I can't even leave my apartment because if I do, he'll leave too. He wasn't locked in here with me. I was locked in here with him. Thus, I had to let him go. Be free, Andre! Well, every story should have a moral, so this story's moral would be don't bite off more than you can chew or something. Well, that's all for today, Interzone. I hope you enjoyed this story. I've got a lot more awesome experiences on InfernoMOO. Hopefully I'll be making videos about those too.